Not only are they the fastest growing customer base, but they're also hyper-connected and changing the way banks do business. They thrive on BuzzFeed quizzes, GIFs, and grumpy cat memes. Meet the millennials, born sometime between the early 1980s and the year 2000, who want to manage money and control their finances from the palm of their hand.
Millennials are people who grew up with the internet. They're the connected generation, as we say. They're people who have access to a lot of information on the palm of their hands using their mobile devices. And we have to remember that these devices today that they carry have much more superior computing power than the desktops that we grew up with.
A study by payments provider Visa last year found that millennials spent on average about 4.5 to 6.5 hours online every day.
It is important that where every interaction, every communication should have a digital element to it to help them integrate into their lifestyle. And it's not just technology for the sake of technology, right? It has to make it easy for them, and it has to speed up their life of things they do daily.
Millennials are not only the largest living generation, they will also one day be the richest through income and inheritance. The UAE is particularly important in this regard because it has one of the world's highest smartphone penetration rates at an estimated 78%, as well as a large, rapidly growing millennial base. The number of millennials in the UAE is set to rise to 3 million by 2020, up from 2 million in 2014. Mashreq's customers are a good example of just how important millennials and the connected generation, as it calls them, are to the banking sector in the UAE.
Banking has evolved a lot in the last 10 years. If you look at it, an average customer used to visit the branch 15 times a year, and now they rarely visit. Most of the requirements or inquiries are done through the digital channels. Today at Mashreq, almost 91% of our transactions in the retail bank are done through the electronic channels, which is the mobile, online, and our ATM network.
The Dubai-based bank has announced a fully fledged digital bank, Mashreq Neo. Aimed primarily at millennials, its scope goes far beyond them.
Mashreq Neo is a fully fledged digital bank. It's different in its proposition because it's going to be targeted towards broad spectrum of customers. Second, it will have a full-fledged product. So it's not only an account or a wallet. It's basically an account, a credit card, an investment. And the most spectacular thing about it is we're offering this through a very personalized experience for the customers. So your account characteristics would be very different than that to your friend, because each and every customer will have a personalized experience through it. And also we're offering the chance not only within the UAE market investments, but we're opening it up to a lot of countries globally.
Experts agree a paradigm shift is underway in the UAE's financial sector as technology evolves and customers live in an increasingly connected world.
Technology right now is out there. It's changing very, very rapidly. And I think whichever banks or financial institutions, be it incumbents, be it new fintech solutions, right? Whoever figure out how to utilize it best will probably be the ones that end up capturing a lot of the market. There's something that we often say in banking. I think it's in general, but in banking it holds very true, which is disrupt or be disrupted.